Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim last Tuesday announced that Malaysia will soon start formal proceedings to join the BRICS geopolitical bloc. But what exactly is BRICS? BRICS was established in 2009 as a cooperation platform for the largest emerging economies, initially uniting Brazil, Russia, India, and China. South Africa joined the group in 2010. The founding nations have been among the world's fastest growing market economies for years. KiniTV speaks to several economists and experts to hear their views on this development.
BRICS is a large trade and investment area with a population of 3.2 billion people and a GDP of about 26 trillion US dollars. So this offers access to a huge consumer market and possible inflows of investment into Malaysia from BRICS countries, as well as investment opportunities for Malaysian companies to invest in BRICS markets. It also offers huge potential consumer markets. So as a small open economy, it's important for Malaysia to have as wide a portfolio as possible for trade and investment, and to have access not just to conventional but also to non-conventional trading blocs. And this flexibility is important, and BRICS offers that flexibility.
Working with BRICS is also an important step towards de-dollarization or reducing a reliance on trading in the US dollar. The trend is absolutely apparent now, with the most recent global developments such as Saudi Arabia not renewing its 50-year petrodollar contract and China massively dumping US Treasury bills. BRICS has also announced their alternative payment system, and more countries are signing bilateral trade deals. Former MP and Deputy Minister of International Trade and Industry, Dr. Ong Kian Ming, weighs in.
So in our trade with India, in our trade with China, if we can settle more of those transactions using our own currencies without having to go through the US dollar, it would save these countries a lot of money, and also decrease our exposure to these kinds of currency risks. But we can actually embark on those kinds of financial arrangements without joining BRICS. So to what extent joining BRICS would help us do even more of those kinds of financial transactions, I think it remains to be seen. That's one. The second thing would be, even as we try to embark on these kinds of financial transactions, we must not forget that Malaysia is a small country that's part and parcel of the global financial ecosystem. If our companies does trade with Russian companies, especially those that are deemed to be somehow related to the war in Ukraine, our companies can get themselves into a lot of trouble, and perhaps even find themselves being shut out of the financial system. Right, so this is something that we need to be aware of, and I think Bank Negara and other institutions are monitoring this very carefully. So the policymakers need to be aware of this challenge.
So what other advantages and obstacles could Malaysia encounter by joining the BRICS alliance? Professor Dr. Raja Rasya from University Malaya said the likely benefits include aligning with countries strongly opposed to colonization, such as India, China, Brazil, and South Africa. He suggests that Malaysia's current move to join BRICS through China aligns well with the current political landscape. However, Dr. Raja also underscores challenges Malaysia may face, including potential retaliatory actions from the US and its European allies, as well as navigating China's assertive actions in the South China Sea. Speaking to KiniTV, geopolitical analyst R. Paner Selvam says Malaysia's participation in BRICS is consistent with its policy of maintaining neutrality and balancing relationships with both Western and non-Western countries. He believes this will also enhance Malaysia's influence among ASEAN countries.
There are some members already applying together with Malaysia as well, as what I mentioned, like Vietnam, like Thailand and Indonesia, for example. So eventually other countries will join with the BRICS. And this is eventually will be the next bloc which can challenge the dominance of the Western civilization, and you need to remember that Malaysia is going to assume ASEAN leadership very soon, and by declaring that Malaysia want to be part of this pact is a kind of a direct indication encouraging the other member state from ASEAN to join this pact. Okay, the thing is, we have like a serious issue on the, what do you call it, on the South China Sea problems. We have Philippines have an issue with China, Vietnam have an issue with China as well, Malaysia have an issue with China. So we can use the BRICS as a kind of a forum, to resolve the issue, because if ASEAN member to be part of BRICS, then and China is as a founding member, we can come up with some kind of a solution which has been acceptable by all member states. And I think by actively involve BRICS, as another platform, this may can influence the China to change its course on the dealing of the South China Sea problems.
While Malaysia stands to benefit from joining BRICS through access to a broader consumer market and potentially substantial investment opportunities, Dr. Ong harbors concerns.
And as we move towards the status of a high-income country, many of the issues that we would be concerned about may not necessarily be the issues that a large developing country like India and Brazil, and also a country with a different kind of geopolitical exposure and risk like Russia would be concerned about. And I think finally, Malaysia should seriously consider, probably more important than joining BRICS, is making an application to join the OECD, which is the organization that is comprised of mostly developed countries. And this brings me back to the earlier point, where Malaysia is heading towards the status of a high-income country. I think our interests are much more aligned with other high-income countries compared with the large developing countries that are in BRICS.